Retiro is one of the most charming, elegant neighborhoods with a European atmosphere in Buenos Aires. It is a neighborhood full of parks, art galleries, bars, and restaurants, as well as charming hotels, boutique hotels, and a refined atmosphere pleasant for staying. It is a more residential neighborhood, so it has a calm atmosphere, but it is very close to the microcenter, which is the busiest area of the city. So it is an excellent option for you to stay in a calm environment, but very close to the main attractions of the city. Retiro is one of the neighborhoods in the central region of Buenos Aires. The center of Buenos Aires is made up of the microcenter Retiro, which is the neighborhood we will see in this video, São Nicolas and Montserrat. Staying in Retiro, you will also be very close to Recoleta, Puerto Madero, and San Telmo, especially Recoleta. We will see here on the map 6 hotels that are in the best locations to stay in the Retiro neighborhood. The links to these hotels are here in the video description and also in the first comment, so you can see more photos, check prices, and read guest reviews. And a really cool tip, for you to find a cheap hotel, a cheap accommodation in the Retiro neighborhood, are the QR codes that will appear on the screen. The first QR code is set up to show the cheapest hotels in the Retiro neighborhood, and the other QR code is set up to show apartments, studios, and Airbnb type accommodations, also the cheapest in the Retiro neighborhood. So we will see here the 6 hotels on the map, and as I show these hotels, I will talk about their location, the attractions in the surrounding area, nightlife areas, bars, restaurants, shopping, the different parts of the neighborhood, which are the best and worst areas. And I will say which I think is the best area to stay in the Retiro neighborhood, which is a really nice area with a European atmosphere and a calm environment. So I invite you to watch this video until the end so you can understand the Retiro neighborhood well. It will help you a lot in planning your trip and knowing what the main areas and attractions of the neighborhood are. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give a like to this video. And if you are traveling to Buenos Aires with more people, share this video with them as well. Let's take a general overview of the location of the Retiro neighborhood so you can get situated here. So, the Retiro neighborhood is roughly an area like this, okay. But this part of the neighborhood is much more integrated with the microcenter. And this part of the neighborhood is well integrated with Recoleta. So, the very heart of the Retiro neighborhood would be more this area here, okay? This is the area we will explore more in the video. And the location in the Retiro neighborhood is spectacular. So it is situated between the microcenter and Recoleta. And the Retiro neighborhood exactly transitions from the microcenter, which is an older, more degraded area and very busy during the day because it is a more commercial and service-oriented environment, to Recoleta, which is a more sophisticated, elegant European environment. And if you want to see more details about the microcenter and Recoleta, there are also videos about these neighborhoods and all the other main neighborhoods of Buenos Aires on the channel. The playlist with all the videos, the link to it is also here in the description. So let's start here with accommodation 1, which is located right here at this point in Retiro, which is already integrated with the microcenter. So, accommodation 1, Hotel 1, is located here. Calle Florida, which is the main pedestrian walkway in downtown Buenos Aires, very busy, is located here. So, on Calle Florida is the Galeria Pacifico, which is a very beautiful, historic shopping center. And all along the street, there are many shops, businesses, currency exchange offices, creating a very busy atmosphere. It is very close to Plaza San Martin, which is the main square of the neighborhood, and also in an excellent spot to go to Puerto Madero, which is here, as well as the Avenida 9 de Julio area, which is here. So, it's an excellent position for you to get around the city. There is a subway station on the Violet Line that passes here and goes to the Plaza de Mayo area. And here is the San Martin station, which is on the Blue Line, that goes to the Retiro terminal and then continues here towards the microcenter. So you will have 2 nearby subway line options that will make your travel easier. But you can also use public transportation, bus lines, and ride-sharing apps like Uber to get around here between the main parts of the city. Close to Hotel 1 is Calle Reconquista, which is this street here. And this section of it is close to vehicle traffic, so it's only for pedestrians. And it's an area with many bars and pubs, especially for happy hour. This area here, known as Catalinas Norte, is an office area, so employees come here for happy hour at the end of the workdays on Calle Reconquista, but this is more on weekdays. On weekends, this area is quieter. And here is the Mercado de los Carruajes, which is a food market, also with some bars and restaurants. And the busiest time is also during happy hour on weekdays. So let's take a look at Hotel 1, which is located here in the Retiro neighborhood, but in this part that is more integrated with the micro center. It's the F Hotel, COWORK, rated 8.5, a reasonable rating on Booking, a 4-star hotel. So it's a hotel, here with a slightly more modern atmosphere, beautiful decor, and a location that is very central. In Buenos Aires, in this part of the Retiro neighborhood that is integrated with the micro center. The links to the hotels for you to see more photos, check prices, and read guest reviews are here in the video description and also in the first comment. Now we are going to come here to Hotel 2, which is located in a sensational spot, perhaps one of the best in terms of exploring the attractions here in Retiro and the micro center. So Hotel 2 is located right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. It is right in front of Plaza San Martin, which is one of the main squares in the central region of Buenos Aires, a historic square with several monuments. Next to it is the Torre Monumental, which is also a symbol and icon of Buenos Aires. The San Martin subway station is just a few steps from the hotel, and it goes to the Retiro train station and then continues to the micro center, so it's convenient for you. Next to Hotel 2 is the Circulo Militar, which is a very beautiful building, also known as Palacio Paz. And it is where the Argentine Army Weapons Museum is located. There is a very nice restaurant here at the Circulo Militar called Croque Madame, a very famous restaurant here as well. So it is a sensational location at the transition between the micro center and the heart of the Retiro neighborhood, which is right here. Here you will be a little closer to Avenida 9 de Julio and Recoleta. So let's take a look at Hotel 2. It is the Palacio Paz Boutique Hotel, rated 8.4, a reasonable rating on Booking. A 4-star hotel, boutique style. So a slightly more charming hotel. This is the hotel building, and the building next to it is already the military circle. So a sensational location. Here is already the military circle. A very well-located area for you to explore the center of Buenos Aires. So continuing here, close to Plaza San Martin, there are still 2 attractions here. One of them is the Basilica del Santísimo Sacramento, which is one of the most beautiful churches in Buenos Aires. And here is the Kavanaugh Building, which was inaugurated in 1936 and was the tallest building in South America at that time. So let's move on here to Accommodation 3. Accommodation 3 is closer here in the Retiro area, closer to Avenida 9 de Julio, which is the most famous avenue in Buenos Aires. You will have easier access to Recoleta here, but at the same time, it is still well integrated into the micro center. And here on 9 de Julio, let me zoom in a little bit. Here are places like Plaza Laval, close by, which is one of the most beautiful squares in Buenos Aires. The Teatro Colón is here, the Tango Porteño, which is one of the main tango houses in Buenos Aires. Avenida Corrientes, which is known as the Broadway of Buenos Aires, with many cinemas, theaters, and nightlife. And the obelisk is here, okay? So, a sensational location for you to explore the city as well. Hotel 3 is a 5-star hotel, a very beautiful hotel, in a restored building. It is the ALVEAR Art Hotel, a 5-star hotel, rated 8.9, a very good rating on Booking. It is a very charming hotel with beautiful decor. It has an indoor pool. It has a restaurant. It has a spa. The environments here are refined and well decorated, So, a more luxurious accommodation in a restored building, and here in the heart of Buenos Aires, a sensational location for you to explore the city center. And moving forward here, we will arrive at the heart of the Retiro neighborhood, which is a sensational environment. In my view, the best place to stay here in the Retiro neighborhood. Here, there is a very European atmosphere, and here, unlike the micro center, which is a more commercial and busy area, this region has a slightly more residential environment, so it has a quieter, more pleasant atmosphere. It is not as empty at night as in the microcenter, but it is also not as busy during the day. There are charming and nice bar and restaurant options. And the 4-star accommodation is a set of apartments and studios for rent. So, there are more economical rates. It is Alquileres Temporarios by CLH, Rentals, rating 8.1, A, reasonable rating on booking. So, there are options here for rooms, studios, and suites. For rent, there is a shared pool here. There are options here with a mini kitchen. So, there are various types of options here for rooms, studios, and suites. There are even options for 2-bedroom apartments for rent. And nearby is the hotel that, in my view, is in the best location in the Retiro neighborhood, right in this charming part of the neighborhood, Hotel 5. It is located in an area full of art galleries, charming bars and restaurants and antique shops, and close to Calle Arroyo, which is a sensational street here, the most beautiful environment here. In the Retiro neighborhood, Calle Arroyo is here. It is full of galleries, antique shops, decor stores, cool bars, and restaurants including Floreria Atlántico, which is a bar located in a flower shop and has been voted the best bar in South America. Calle Arroyo has this charming European atmosphere, and it continues all the way to Avenida ALVEAR, which is the main avenue of Recoleta. So here you will also have easy access to Recoleta. So, Hotel 5 is, in my opinion, in the best location in the Retiro neighborhood, and it is the Carl's Hotel. It is also a boutique-style hotel, 4 stars, rated 9.4, one of the highest-rated hotels here in the Retiro neighborhood, and it is an option for those who want a more charming, more elegant accommodation in a sensational location here in one of the most charming areas of Buenos Aires. Still here in the Retiro neighborhood, I will comment on this area here, which is an area where several transportation locations are here in Buenos Aires. So here there is a subway station on the Blue Line, which is located at the Retiro train station, the main train station in Buenos Aires, and trains that go to nearby towns, including Tigre and San Isidro, which are 2 tourist towns located here in the outskirts of Buenos Aires. So if you are going to these towns and taking the train, they depart from the Retiro station. Next to it is the Retiro bus terminal, which is the main bus station in Buenos Aires. Here is the cruise terminal of Buenos Aires, from where the ships depart and arrive. And here is the Bookbus terminal, which are the ferry boats that connect to Colonia del Sacramento and also to Montevideo. So, these are transportation locations here in Buenos Aires. And to finish the hotels, the Hotel 6 is located here in this area known as Catalinas Norte, which is a modern area with office, skyscrapers, corporate buildings, a very beautiful region, okay? It is located across from the port area of Buenos Aires. So, let's take a look at Hotel 6, which is located facing the port area, a bit here, not so integrated with the Retiro neighborhood or microcentro. So let's take a look at Hotel 6. It is a 5-star hotel, Sheraton Buenos Aires Hotel, rated 7.9. The rating is not so good because, despite being a luxury 5-star hotel, it is a bit older and in need of revitalization. Let's look at some photos here. So here is the Catalinas Norte area. The Sheraton is here. Here is the Torre Monumental, and here is Plaza San Martin. And here is the port area of Buenos Aires. So the five-star hotel is imposing. Here are the buildings of Catalinas Norte. Here is the Torre Monumental. So a five-star hotel here in one of the most upscale areas of Buenos Aires. So the links to the hotels are here in the video description and also in the first comment for you to search for more photos, see prices, and guest reviews. The QR codes help you find affordable accommodation in the Retiro neighborhood. And don't forget to share this video with others who will be traveling with you to Buenos Aires. A hug, and see you in the next video.